I'd like to talk about two lessons in my energy unit with fourth grade. I teach fourth grade STEM, and we learn about collisions and the transfer of energy from one form to another. The first lesson is pure substitution. It's a story that is something students can interact with online. Um, so here is the story that I read that poses the problem. Students will be protecting an egg passenger from a collision by going through the engineering design process. One thing that is improved, which makes me think it could be augmentation, is that there is audio for students who might need that as an accommodation. I always read this out loud though, so I feel like it's pure substitution that they can read it at home or listen to it at home if they're absent. And also, if it's something that I want them to kind of work through and read on their own. So this lesson continues and we learn about potential and kinetic energy. So in the past, I had iPads and Angry Birds were on the iPads, and I could have them take screenshots to share where they saw the greatest potential energy, where they saw kinetic energy, where it was converted to sound energy and heat energy, because all of those things are in this game. But I don't have iPads anymore, so I had to make a change. And I have chosen to do Energy Skate Park. Energy Skate Park is a simulator where students can actually see the kinetic, potential, and thermal energy in a pie chart after making a skate ramp. So I'm going to show you how that works. You can see the pie chart as the cat goes down the ramp. It's really important that students see how the energy is converted from one form to another. So I like the fact that this pie chart kind of shows that change. You can also change it to a bar graph, and it shows how much thermal energy was created. Always have students rub their hands together to really understand how the rubbing against something can cause heat. So this is what I have changed and improved on that original lesson that used Angry Birds and air squirrels in the past to share. Here we now have Chromebooks, so things have to be done a little bit differently. The next thing that I'm going to share is what I would do at the end of the unit. At the end of the unit, I would like students to create an animation or game on Scratch that can demonstrate some energy conversion. So they have to think creatively and put together something that would explain some kind of transfer of energy. So here is something that I just quickly popped together. So a student could have someone jumping on a trampoline to show potential and kinetic energy. They should add some words to this. They can also mark where sound energy might be happening. Okay, when she bounces on the trampoline, there's usually a sound. So in Scratch, one of the things that can be done is they could potentially share I'm going to go ahead and type in potential and kinetic energy here. So they could share what they have done as well. So other students can watch and remix what their coding is. So here's one more example. I might show one of these to get them excited and thinking about how they want to show their understanding. Oh, let's see here. So as far as the end um, activity or culminating activity, I feel like that falls into the redefinition level of um, transformation, the transformation level. And I'm going to also talk about TPACK. So I showed the technology that would be used in my energy unit. The pedagogy is that students have been using Scratch with me for 2 years. And they're pretty familiar with most of what I showed you, and they would be able to utilize their prior knowledge pretty easily. And then the last part is the content knowledge. So since that culminating activity is at the end of the unit, they will have a lot more understanding of these energy conversions. They will have made a pendulum, a vehicle. They will have protected the egg passenger in a collision. There's elastic and inelastic collision experiments, and there are some speed experiments as well, where they're recording data and testing things out physically. So I feel like the culminating activity really brings everything together and is right at their um, level of understanding and ability. Thank you.